Hi, Taylor T. Carlson back with another Power Ranger figure for you today. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger in Hasbro's Lightning Collection. The Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, of course, was Jason, who was portrayed on the show by Austin St. John, and he left the show initially about halfway through the second season, although he did come back for Power Rangers Zeo and inherited the mantle of the Gold Ranger. So we'll unbox this and I'll do my review. Here's a nice close-up of what you can see in the box there. Side panels. Then on the back you have your obligatory photo of the figure displayed. Looks very nice. So now let's open him up. As usual with the Lightning Collection, you do have that lightning bolt background in there. That's a removable card. And here's a look at Jason himself on the plastic card. We'll go ahead and start taking these pieces off, and I'll show off some of the accessories. Now, as with most of the Lightning Collection, one of the things you get is interchangeable hands. In this case, we got two fists. There's a lightning energy effect that you can put on his power sword. Speaking of which, there's the power sword. Here's his blade blaster. Now, like most of the other figures, this just has the gun version of the blade blaster and not the blade version that uses a melee weapon. And here's our Jason head. It's actually a pretty decent likeness of Austin St. John. The likenesses of these characters can be hit and miss in the figure lines, but this one looks pretty good. And lastly, of course, we have our figure itself. And here he is. We'll start things off by switching out the head. As with most of these figures, the obligatory, up and down motion, and they can swivel left and right. So we'll take that off and we'll put on the Jason head. All right, and there we are, unmasked Jason. Same deal there, left to right articulation, up and down. And then ball joint arms for a pretty wide array of articulation there. It also swivels like right past the shoulder there, so you can move the arms that way on both sides. Articulated elbows. And the hands swivel, like I said before, those have interchangeable fist hands you can grab as well. And then torso can swivel left and right, forward and backwards. Ball joint legs down here. Yeah. Knee articulation below the waist there. Yeah. The boots rotate. And then you can adjust the feet at the bottom of the boots as well. So now we'll try out a few of these accessories. And since it's right here, why don't we put this blade blaster in his hand? Okay, that actually fits in there pretty nice. Looks like he's ready to go to battle. So now let's try out the power sword. There is the power sword. That looks pretty nice. And this is one of those sort of dangly effect pieces. So I'm not totally sure if you're just supposed to kind of stick this through the holes in here a certain way, but either way, it looks like we got him, charged up with energy, ready to go to battle with the evil space aliens. Now we will use the interchangeable hands and put those fists on him. Actually got that in without too much trouble. Okay, and there we got his fists in. I'm also going to put his blade blaster in the holster just so we can see how that fits. And that fits in there pretty well. So overall, this figure is about what you would expect from a Red Ranger figure in the Lightning Collection. And I do mean that in the best of ways. It's got a good Ranger helmet, good sculpt of Austin St. John's likeness. The costume's pretty accurate to the show. Looks very good as a figure. And, the expected obligatory accessories as well, including Blade Blaster, Power Sword, and Energy Effect piece. The only real complaint here is I wish that included a blade version of the Blade Blaster as well, just because that's one thing you're missing here. It also would have been nice to have him with the Dragon Dagger as well from when he inherits the green power coin, but I'm guessing we'll probably get a separate Red Ranger figure with Dragon Shield and Dragon Dagger down the line, based on the fact that they have done a few variants. It also seems like this figure is getting harder and harder to find in stores. I was lucky enough to snatch one up for about 25 bucks, but I went into another toy store here in Vegas, and they were asking like 60 bucks just for this figure, so it's apparently out of print. So snatch it up if you can get it for a good price while you can. What are your thoughts on Hasbro's Lightning Collection of Power Ranger figures? Have you picked any of them up yet? Have you picked up this Red Ranger figure? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also remember to subscribe to this channel because I'm always posting new videos and reviews, and give this one a like if you found it helpful or interesting. I'm Taylor T. Carlson, and I will see you next time.